My video for February the 9th, 2019 is video number 2991. And the title is Mysteries, Russia, Khazaria, Moscow, Jerusalem. Oh my. If not for a comment on the video I posted only a short time ago, I would not have even considered making a video on this subject. Barry White commented, quote, "Jews hate facts and freedom of speech," end quote. Yes, it was all caps. I was ready to delete the comment, seeing it as hate speech. And then I remembered a video I watched recently. Quote, "Did you know? Question mark. The Kremlin in Moscow is actually Jerusalem in the Bible. Exclamation point. Anatoly Fomenko Chronology." End quote. The wheels in my mind were spinning. Edgar Cayce, the sleeping prophet, had said in readings back in the 1930s, "Out of Russia comes the hope of the world." More spinning. Khazaria was that area in the southwestern Soviet Union that supposedly converted to Judaism centuries ago. They have been referred to as fake Jews by some scholars. The question that rises in my mind is, how deep does the pool of lies run in modern culture? I'm convinced we've all been deceived. Is truth even possible in a world of obvious deception? If so, how painful will it be for most to realize that we've been lied to about almost everything? I suspect great resistance. Yes, I actually thought, well, I'm going to go back to bed this morning and make my video later in the day, because I quite honestly feel tired. I've been feeling very drained lately. In any case, I just moved the video over from the list and opened it up on YouTube on a separate page. And there were two comments, and this was the second comment. And it immediately triggered a response in me. Like I said, I was going to delete it. But almost instantly, I remembered that I had just finished watching a video. I had started it earlier, but I didn't finish it. And I had gone on and finished it actually earlier this morning. You know, it only had the last few minutes, 5 to 10 minutes maybe left. And I watched that. And then I was going to go to bed. And that's when I opened put the video up on YouTube and saw the comments. Now, I don't know who Anatoly Fomenko is, but the video that was put up was quite fascinating in the similarities between biblical descriptions of Jerusalem and modern 17th century, that's modern in chronological time, it's only a few centuries ago, of Moscow, the Kremlin. And I have seen other videos where there are buildings, not just in Europe, but all over the world, that seem to be much more ancient than we've been told. And there are obvious technologies in building stone structures that didn't require concrete to put them together like we use in more modern times, but they're actually fitted together even with irregular shapes into various buildings, including pyramids that exist not only all over the world, but under the ocean. I mean, they have found pyramids underwater. So obviously, there have been significant changes on planet Earth for a long time. And this is part of the geological record. For those that don't have a preconceived agenda and are not pushing an ideology on us. And I'm not looking to prove any religion right, any nation right. I'm looking for the truth because I believe that truth will be the ultimate test and springboard, if you will, to our freedom. As long as we are believing lies, and belief has a lie in the middle of it, as I've said so many times, as long as we are believing lies, we're going to be enslaved. We're going to continue to not know who we are. We're going to continue to be unable to rise up and become the best that we can be. And we're not going to be willing even to listen to one another because everybody's trying to prove the other person wrong. I don't care, quite frankly, who's right and who's wrong. I simply want to know the truth because I'm convinced that's the only thing that can set us free. That's the only thing that can get us onto a path of loving one another when we realize it's not just those people that have been deceived. We've also been deceived. All of us have believed lies. And yes, it has touched every aspect, as I've said in recent and less than recent videos, including religion, especially in politics, especially in our educational system. Everything is built on deception, on lies, on rewriting history. And it's always the winners, we've been told, that rewrite history. And they want to make themselves look good. Human nature? Yeah, maybe it is. I don't know. I mean, I honestly think human nature really is to love one another. But I think it has been distorted so that we become almost incapable of loving one another when we're each on the trip of trying to prove everybody else wrong. Again, we've all been wrong. Me too. Me too. I've believed things because I was taught things. And I didn't know enough when I was taught to examine. But there has always been, with me and with others, an uneasiness that some things just don't make sense. Some things just don't add up. And I've tried to build bridges. I've tried to expose the walls. Now, again, I believe that there needs to be a wall of separation built on the US border with Latin America. I believe that Trump is right in that regard, but that's only a temporary solution. The real solution is to liberate us by telling us the truth. The real solution is to empower and enrich everybody, not just a handful of the elite establishment, but to uplift all of humanity so that we can finally live in peace. We can finally experience harmony. We can finally reach to the stars and probably travel to the stars and to planets and to other places in the universe. We've got to stop arguing with each other. We've got to stop trying to prove everybody else wrong. We have to reach a place where we're open and objective enough to explore the unknown factors that are revealing themselves. Thank you, folks, for listening, and namaste.